On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Entrepreneurship.
The process or skill of starting and running a business, particularly a new and innovative one.
Examples:
Entrepreneurship culture. Embody entrepreneurship. The government is investing in programs to support entrepreneurship and small business development.
Triplet.
A group of three things or people, especially three babies born at the same time from the same pregnancy.
Examples:
Triplet siblings. Triplet acetylene. The triplet babies were born premature and needed extra care.
Sage.
A very wise and experienced person, a small evergreen subshrub with flat and light green leaves that has a strong smell and are used as a culinary herb.
Examples:
A sage of long ago. A sage counselor. He was famous for his sage advice to younger entrepreneurs.
Yearn.
To strongly desire or long for something.
Examples:
Yearn after my old days. Yearn for love. She yearned for the days when things were simpler.
Monetize.
To earn money from something, such as an asset, business, etc., to coin into money.
Examples:
Monetize my skill. Monetize nickel. He explored ways to monetize his digital content.
Philanthropy.
The practice of voluntarily helping the poor, especially by giving money.
Examples:
Philanthropy organization. Private philanthropy. Tech billionaires often spend the majority of their time on philanthropy.
Rulebook.
A set of rules or regulations, especially one governing a particular activity or organization.
Examples:
Follow a rulebook. Rulebook violation. The company's rulebook clearly outlines the expectations for employees.
Apartheid.
A system of racial segregation and discrimination that was enforced in South Africa from 1948 to 1994. Any similar system of discrimination or segregation based on race, ethnicity, or other factors.
Examples:
Apartheid system. Apartheid policies. The South African government enforced apartheid laws that segregated people based on race.
Incentivize.
To make someone want to do in a particular way by offering them a reward.
Examples:
Incentivize carpooling. Incentivize the right behavior. Governments incentivize their citizens to buy eco-friendly products through subsidies.
Visceral.
Relating to or affecting the internal organs, instinctive or emotional rather than rational, characterized by deep-seated emotional reactions or responses.
Examples:
Visceral organ. Visceral fear. After watching the horror movie, she had a visceral reaction and couldn't sleep all night.
Parasite.
An organism that lives on or in another organism and benefits by deriving nutrients at the other's expense.
Examples:
Blood-sucking parasite. Parasite disease. Tapeworms are parasites that live in the intestines of humans and animals.
Stark.
Empty, simple, or apparent, devoid of any qualifications.
Examples:
Stark landscape. Stark truth. The scenery of the battlefield was stark and gray.
Greedy.
Having or showing an intense or insatiable desire for wealth, status, power, or food.
Examples:
Greedy person. Greedy for money. His greedy behavior led him to steal from the company.
Sob.
To cry or weep with short, sudden sounds.
Examples:
Sob out a story. Sob quietly. She sobbed uncontrollably after hearing the news.
Needy.
Lacking the necessities of life, such as food, shelter, and clothing, requiring the help or support of others, excessively demanding or dependent.
Examples:
Needy families. Needy situation. The community came together to aid and assist those in needy areas affected by natural disasters.
Weary.
Feeling or showing extreme tiredness, especially after working hard or doing something for a long time.
Examples:
A weary brain. Weary expression. He became weary of the daily train commute.
Laundromat.
A self-service laundry facility where customers can wash and dry their clothes using coin-operated machines.
Examples:
Laundromat business. Local laundromat. I prefer the laundromat over doing laundry at home because I can people watch while I wait for my clothes to dry.
Daring.
Brave and taking risks.
Examples:
Daring escape. Make a daring face. Her choices become increasingly daring and creative.
Crucify.
To execute someone by nailing or binding them to a cross, leaving them there to die.
Examples:
Crucify a criminal. Crucify him for their actions. The religious leaders wanted to crucify the heretic for his teachings.
Starve.
To suffer or die from lack of food, to cause someone or something to suffer or die from lack of food, To deprive something of necessary nourishment or sustenance.
Examples:
Starve for a victory. Starve to death. If you don't eat soon, you're going to starve.
Lure.
To tempt or persuade someone to do something.
Examples:
Lure prey. Lure foreign investment. The salesperson used a special offer to lure customers into buying the product.
Sober.
Not drunk or affected by alcohol, dignified in manner or character and committed to keeping promises.
Examples:
Sober discussion. As sober as a judge. He led a sober life.
Fanatical.
Characterized by extreme or excessive devotion or enthusiasm, marked by a relentless, sometimes irrational, dedication or zeal.
Examples:
Fanatical patriotism. Fanatical ideology. The fanatical leader had convinced his followers to follow him blindly, regardless of the consequences.
Dogma.
A belief or set of beliefs that the members of a group accept without being questioned or doubted.
Examples:
Religious dogma. The secret dogma. All members strictly followed the dogma of the organization.
Puritan.
A member of a Protestant religious group in the 16th and 17th centuries who believed in strict moral and religious principles, such as predestination and the rejection of religious iconography and ritual.
Examples:
Puritan beliefs. Puritan lifestyle. The Puritan community shunned those who did not adhere to their strict moral code.
Pious.
Deeply religious, having or showing a strong devotion to God or religious beliefs and practices.
Examples:
Pious belief. Pious follower. The pious woman spent her days volunteering at the local church.
Accuse.
To charge or criticize someone with a crime or wrongdoing.
Examples:
Accuse his rudeness. Accuse each other. The witness accused the defendant of committing the robbery.
Colonist.
A person who lives in or is sent to establish a colony, equals a country or an area that is governed by a more powerful entity, a new country or area.
Examples:
Space colonist. American colonist. The first colonists arrived in the New World in the early 17th century.
Calvinism.
A theological system and religious movement founded by John Calvin in the 16th century, which emphasizes the sovereignty of God, predestination, and strict adherence to biblical authority and doctrine.
Examples:
Calvinism movement. Calvinism-based ethics. Calvinism-inspired theology became a significant influence in the Protestant Reformation.
Penance.
An act of voluntary self-punishment or discipline, to express remorse for wrongdoing or to seek forgiveness. Of religion, an act performed to make amends for sins.
Examples:
Perform penance for her sins. Penance ritual. He offered to do penance for his mistakes by volunteering at the local charity.
Exile.
The state of being forced to leave one's country or home, typically for political or punitive reasons.
Examples:
Exile community. Political exile. The exiled king lived in poverty in a foreign country for many years.
Counterproductive.
Having the opposite effect to the one intended or wanted.
Examples:
Counterproductive approach. Highly counterproductive to performance. Territorial disputes between different countries are entirely counterproductive but common.
Depress.
To make someone feel sad, low in spirits, or without hope, to make markets, businesses, etc., less active.
Examples:
Depress their spirits. Depress crop prices. The economic recession depressed the housing market.
Confuse.
To mistake one thing for another, to make somebody hard to understand.
Examples:
Confuse the listener. Confuse fantasy with reality. Her remarks confused the debate.
Frugality.
The practice of being economical with resources, especially money or food.
Examples:
Financial frugality. Frugality mindset. Many successful people practice frugality to maximize their savings and build wealth.
Disproportionately.
In a way that is not reasonably or appropriately balanced, equal, or distributed, in a manner that is unequal or excessive about something else.
Examples:
Disproportionately affected. Disproportionately high. The rich can often disproportionately benefit from tax breaks and other advantages.
Moralize.
To express or teach a moral lesson or principle, often in a self-righteous or didactic way, to reflect on the ethical or moral aspects of a situation or behavior.
Examples:
Moralize a situation. Moralize about politics. I don't like it when people try to moralize me about my personal choices.
Epitaph.
A short inscription or written tribute, often found on a tombstone or a monument, in memory of a deceased person.
Examples:
Touching epitaph. Heartfelt epitaph. The epitaph's poignant words brought tears to the eyes of all who read it.
Generosity.
The fact or quality of being willing to do kind things, or give somebody money, gifts, or time freely.
Examples:
Act of generosity. Boundless generosity. He is remembered for his generosity and civilization.
Revisit.
To go to a place again, especially after a long period.
Examples:
Revisit a place. Revisit an old friend. We need to revisit this proposal as soon as the budget is more apparent than before.
Rev.
A measure of the rate at which an engine or motor rotates, often expressed in revolutions per minute, RPM, verb, to increase the number of rotations per minute.
Examples:
Low rev engine. Rev up the crowd. He stepped on the gas pedal, and the engine released a loud rev.
Reinvent.
To change something so drastically that it looks to be completely new.
Examples:
Reinvent local dishes. Reinvent our life. They have tried to reinvent their grocery stores.